Welcome to our countdown of the 10 best bikes in the world. Now, I know what you're thinking best, according to whom? Well, me, obviously. And who's going to argue with me? That's right, no one. Whether you're a seasoned rider who knows his Desmodromic from his double wishbone, or just a fan of two-wheeled machines, this list is sure to impress. We've got Italian stallions, Japanese precision, and even a German whiz kid thrown in for good measure. So buckle up, hold on tight, and try to keep your drool off the keyboard as we take you on a wild ride through the best bikes on the planet. Probably. Right then, let's kick things off with a bit of Italian flair, shall we? This is the Ducati Panigale 5.4, and it's about as subtle as a Ferrari at a funeral. Just look at it. The lines are sharper than a lawyer after a triple espresso, and the noise? Oh, the noise. It's like Pavarotti clearing his throat after a bottle of grappa. But this bike isn't just about looks and sound. Oh no. Underneath that sculpted bodywork beats an 1103cc V4 engine that produces more horsepower than a herd of stampeding horses. 214 of the little blighters to be precise. And believe me when I tell you, this thing goes like a stabbed rat. It's an absolute monster. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jeremy. You can't talk about superbikes without mentioning the Yamaha R1, and you'd be right, wouldn't you? This is a bike that needs no introduction. It's been at the top of its game for over 2 decades, and the latest iteration is no different. This is a machine honed to within an inch of its life on racetracks around the world. The R1 is all about cutting-edge technology and razor-sharp handling. It's like riding a guided missile, only more comfortable. Well, slightly more comfortable. It's still a race bike at heart, but that's what makes it so damn good. Right, let's talk about something a bit unhinged, shall we? This is the Kawasaki Ninja H2R, and it's not so much a motorcycle as it is a weaponized jet engine on wheels. I mean, just look at this thing. It's got wings. Wings. And they're not just for show, you know. They actually provide downforce, helping to keep this ludicrously powerful machine planted on the ground. Speaking of power, the H2R boasts a supercharged 998cc inline-4 engine that churns out a mind-boggling 326 horsepower. 326. That's more than some supercars. This bike is an absolute missile, capable of reaching speeds that would make a fighter pilot sweat. It's utterly bonkers. Chapter 4. Now then, let's have a look at something a little bit different, shall we? This is the BMW S1000 RRR, and it's the result of German engineering taking a break from building sensible saloons and deciding to build an absolute weapon. Don't let the understated looks fool you. This bike is an absolute animal on the track. It's packing a 999cc inline-4 engine that produces a healthy 205 horsepower, and it's loaded with more electronics than the Starship Enterprise. Traction control, wheelie control, launch control. This bike's got it all. It's like riding a computer that also happens to be incredibly fast and incredibly fun. Chapter 5. The Honda Fireblade, a name that's synonymous with precision engineering and bulletproof reliability. This is a bike that's been honed to perfection over years and years of development, and it shows. The CBR 1000 RRR Fireblade is a masterpiece of engineering. It's powered by a 1000cc inline-4 engine that produces over 200 horsepower, and it's capable of embarrassing bikes twice its price on a track day. It's all about balance, poise, and that trademark Honda refinement. You can't talk about iconic superbikes without mentioning the Suzuki GSX-R. This is the bike that started it all, the granddaddy of the modern superbike. And you know what? It's still bloody brilliant. The GSX-R 1000 might not have the outright grunt of some of the other bikes on this list, but what it lacks in raw power, it more than makes up for in handling and agility. This is a bike that feels utterly planted in the corners, and it's an absolute joy to ride. Right, back to Italy for another dose of Italian exotica. This is the Aprilia RSV 4, and it's a bike that's as beautiful to look at as it is to ride. It's powered by a 1099cc V4 engine that produces a healthy 217 horsepower, and it sounds absolutely glorious. But it's not just about the noise. Oh no, the RSV4 is an absolute weapon on the track thanks to its sharp handling and sophisticated electronics package. It's a bike that rewards a skilled rider, but it's also surprisingly forgiving. Now, if you're looking for a bike that's as much a work of art as it is a mode of transportation, look no further than the MV Agusta F4. This is a bike that's dripping with Italian style and sophistication, from its single-sided swing arm to its exquisitely crafted bodywork. It might not be the fastest bike on this list, or the most powerful, but it's undoubtedly one of the most desirable. Riding an MV Agusta F4 is an experience, and one that's not to be missed. Now, who says you need a liter bike to have fun? This is the Triumph Daytona 675, and it's proof that good things come in small packages. Don't let the smaller engine capacity fool you. This bike is an absolute riot to ride. It's powered by a 675cc inline-3 engine that loves to be revved to the moon, and it handles like it's on rails. It's a bike that rewards rider input, and it's an absolute blast on a twisty road. Right then, let's finish things off with a bang, shall we? This is the KTM 1290 Super Duke R, and it's about as subtle as a brick to the face. This is a bike that's designed for one thing and one thing only: going fast and having a laugh. It's powered by a 1,301cc V-twin engine that produces a monstrous 177 horsepower, and it's got more torque than a planet. It's also surprisingly comfortable for a bike that's built for hooliganism. So there you have it, my definitive, entirely subjective, and not at all open for debate list of the top 10 bikes you must ride. From the screaming Italian V4S to the precision-engineered Japanese machines, there's a bike out there for everyone. Thanks for joining us on this ride through the best bikes in the world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which bike is your favorite. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some riding to do.